The promise: 30 videos per week. Effortless and easy. 5 long form, 25 shorts. This is how I did it. I know it sounds ridiculous, and I'm Asian. It's not like I'm avoiding work, but when it comes to like video production, especially recording part, if there's any friction that I feel like I have to perform in front of a camera, I won't do it because it's going to feel to me like a lie. If I have to sit here and act a certain way instead of speaking from experience or just sharing my state where I'm at, by trying to get everything to feel natural, to be less performative, to be more authentic, and to be present, I discovered a way to record 5 videos and create out of that even 25 more shorts, which make 30 video per week in, and the recording time is less than 2 hours. This is how I did it. And this is what I believe you need to be able to do as well. First, you cannot start scripting. You have to speak either from experience or from the state of being, meaning the story that you have had in the past or the present experience that you are making. If you want to do all these things and script things out, sitting in front of a camera, it's going to take so much more effort, time, and energy prior to the recording and while you're recording. Because if you are writing down, even me looking at a teleprompter right now, you would notice when I'm reading, there's just a different cadence. And some might like it, this professional, more polished, more performative, more acting video. But for me, it doesn't work at all. I can't maintain a high level of energy for a certain time frame, say an hour or two, to record these videos if I have to perform. What really works for me is when I can just know what I want to talk about, looking back at the past, collecting the stories is going to support the structure I have written down, not a script, structure. It has to be less like maximally this or less than this for me to know, okay, this is my red line that I'm going to trail myself along. These are the milestones I want to touch for you to be able to understand the concept and my thoughts process because I'm ADHD AF. But then everything else is non-scripted, just pulling from the past. Everything else is sharing the state I'm being right now at present time, the experience as I am still making. And that's the word vulnerability come in. You have to be courageous enough to share the unfinished. You have to put yourself out there without feeling ready. Funny enough, I think that's how I used to get ready now. It's not readiness per se. It's a false concept. Readiness is not real. You either do it or you don't. If you do it, you obviously are good enough to do it. If you don't, it's you holding you back and not ready. The second thing you're going to need is a system to capture your flow, meaning every time when you're sitting down for half an hour or 2 hours to record all these 5 videos, you cannot fight yourself to build all this setup with the lighting, the camera, the capturing device, being the MacBook or the camera itself. If you have these things not set up in a way that you could pull it off within 2 minutes, I bet you won't have the energy to record it. Why? Because until you press the record button, any second prior to that is going to evoke anxiety. You won't feel well about yourself when you have to set all these things up and they're not prepared. But if you have everything set up already, it's quite easy actually. Maybe I'll make a video showing you how it looks here. Okay, so this is how my setup looks like. It is set up in a way that everything is mounted on this table. I have my matcha in here, which is very cold. I did it yesterday, by the way. This is 12 hours old, very cold still. And everything I need is set up on this desk. I think this is like 30, $50 too. It's not expensive. My camera is being plugged into the MacBook, and the MacBook is recording. So the capacity is unlimited. I have the light that I can move from there to here. It takes 5 seconds when I'm slow. The table is usually in that corner with the coffee and the cat hidden behind the tissue. And it's pulled here within 10 seconds. Let's say within 30 seconds, I can have this set up already going. And then all I need to do is press this button and everything is gonna record. If you have this set up, it's gonna be a lot easier because there's no friction until you release your signal, until you share your story. So that's the second thing you're gonna need. The first thing is being clear about what you want to say and say only things that you know, meaning the past and the present experience. And related to the idea part is instead of coming up with all the stuff of your experience of the past, you got to have some kind of a system that captures your thought and the things that you want to share. So for me, it's the iPad. I write everything down and structure everything when I'm walking around town. You can use paper as well. I used to use it for a long time, but I don't anymore for some reason. Sometimes when I have to travel light, it can also be just a notebook in your pocket. You can script everything down. Not scripting, actually. Just have a short structure that you can use as milestone, as touch point. So the thoughts that you're going to share actually land on the other side of the world, especially when you have ADHD and you're on spectrum. Don't do it without a structure. You don't need a script because you can't deal with a script and it's very exhausting. But you're going to need some kind of a structure, otherwise people won't be able to follow. Yeah, you can use the iPad, you can use the notebook, you can do it with calendar as well. So what I sometimes do when I'm on my phone and I don't have anything with me, I'm gonna use my calendar. What I do is I go into the calendar app. So you can do it with Google Calendar as well. I connected mine with Google Calendar. I type everything out for content creation and I type out in structure here. So that's another way to go about it. And instead of trying to decide your way through what you're gonna use, paper, e-paper, just your calendar, or whatever system you want to use, maybe Trello, Asana, Monday, whatever strikes your chord. I would say the easiest way that I've discovered for myself what's the right one is to use them all and see how my body naturally navigates towards. And for some, it might be just one. For me, it's actually all three that I shared. And that's okay too. If that's how you flow, that's how you flow, right? Don't judge your inner compass, just use what you like. And sometimes it's just paper, sometimes it's the notebook, like the ebook, good notes stuff. Sometimes I write things down in Trello as well. I have this widget on this phone, on my phone. I can just press here and then, yeah, it opens up and I can just type in the same way that I do on calendar. And yeah, it's what Trello is, right? So there's like a few columns that I have, a few topics that it's important to me. So this is for more detailed notes. If you have these three things, you know what to say and just say what you know. You have a system that you can use to record yourself within 30 seconds, better 10, and also have a stream of ideas that are not scripted, structured. It's really easy to record all of these. And that's how I do it, guys. That's how I record at least 5 videos in long form, and the 25 shorts are actually really easy to get using Opus Clips. I'm going to break down in the second part of this video how to use Opus Clips to have your long form being chopped for you using AI. So I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope I delivered on my promise in this video. This is how you record the first 5 long form videos and the 25 shorts. It's going to be delivered to you when you set it up in Opus Clip. How to do that, I'm going to tackle in the next video. My name is Petey. I hope this has been helpful to you. If there is any question, let me know in the comment down below. If you have a better path on how to create content, I'm all ears. See ya.